action horror genre has gained a lot of attention in recent years. Like every year, this Halloween there are some amazing movies to watch. So, turn the lights down, the volume up, and don't watch the movie alone. Welcome to Binge TV, and today we'll be counting our picks for the top 10 best action horror movies to watch before Halloween. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn on notifications for more great videos like this one. Without further ado, let's begin. 10th place, Dawn of the Dead. After finishing a long shift as a nurse at the Milwaukee County Hospital, Anna Clark returns to her suburban neighborhood and her husband Luis. The next morning, a girl from the neighborhood enters and kills Luis, who immediately becomes a zombie and attacks Anna. She flees in her car, crashes, and passes out. When she wakes up, she joins Police Sergeant Kenneth Rhodes, electronics salesman Michael Shaughnessy, petty criminal Andre, and his pregnant wife Luda. All of them break into a nearby mall and are attacked by a zombie security guard who bites Luda. On the roof, they see another survivor, Andy, who is stranded in his gun store across the zombie-infested parking lot. A broadcast from a television features a group of cops burning the corpses of zombies and instructs the viewers to shoot zombies in the head to kill them quickly. The next day, a delivery truck carrying more survivors enters the lot, pursued by zombies. They include Norma, Steve, Tucker, Monica, Glenn, Frank, and his daughter Nicole. Another woman is killed, and the group determines the disease is passed by bites. Luda keeps her bite a secret from the group. 9th place, Resident Evil. Alice awakens in the bathroom of a deserted mansion with temporary amnesia. She is tackled by an unknown person as a group of commandos led by James Shade breaks in. Alice's attacker is cuffed and then released when he claims to be Matt Addison, who just transferred as a cop in Raccoon PD. Alice and Matt are ordered to go down to the hive with the one group, where they find another amnesiac, Spence, hidden in their train. The commandos explain that everyone in the group except Matt is an employee of the Umbrella Corporation, and Alice and her partner Spence were assigned to guard the hive's secret entrance under the mansion under the pretense of being married. A laser defense system kills Shade and 3 more commandos. Despite the Red Queen's urgent pleas for the group to leave, Kaplan disables it, causing the power to fail and all of the doors in the hive to open. This releases the zombified staff and containment units containing lickers, creatures created through experimentation with the T-virus. 8th place, Scanners. In a shopping mall, Cameron Vale telepathically causes a female gawker to have a seizure before being chased down, sedated, and captured by the military company Consec. Vale is one of 237 superpowered individuals known as Scanners, capable of telepathy and psychokinesis, which Consec is attempting to recruit to stop a malevolent underground ring of scanners led by Daryl Revick, a former mental patient who trepaned his skull to cope with an uncontrollable stream of thoughts, which also drove Vale insane. Revick, who is killing all opposing scanners, infiltrates a Consec marketing event and telepathically causes Consec's other scanners' head to explode before escaping. Consec security head Braden Keller advocates shutting down Consec's scanner research program, but program head Dr. Paul Ruth, who believes the scanner's abilities are the next stage of human evolution, disagrees and notes that the assassination demonstrates Revick's danger. Dr. Ruth brings in Vale and injects him with ephemeral, which restores his sanity by temporarily inhibiting his scanning ability. Unknown to Dr. Ruth, Keller is working for Revick as a mole and informs him of Ruth's infiltration plan. Vale tracks down Obrist and attends a meeting, but Revick's assassins strike again. Only Vale and Obrist survive. 7th place, Overlord. On the eve of D-Day, a paratrooper squad is sent in to destroy a German radio jamming tower in an old church. Their plane is shot down and crashes, and most of the squad are killed either in the crash or by Nazi soldiers and landmines. 4 survivors remain: Second in Command Corporal Ford, Private First Class Boyce, Private First Class Tippett, and Private Chase. The team continues onward and meets Chloe, a young woman from the village where the church is located. She lets them take refuge in her house. Chloe lives with her 8-year-old brother Paul and her aunt, who has been disfigured by Nazi experiments taking place in the church. A Nazi patrol, led by SS Hauptsturmführer Waffner, visits Chloe. Boyce witnesses the Nazis burning disfigured village residents with flamethrowers. He is chased by a dog and escapes by jumping into the back of a Nazi truck carrying dead bodies into the church. Sneaking out of the truck, Boyce discovers an underground base that houses not only a radio operating room, but also a laboratory where the Germans perform various experiments on the French villagers, involving a mysterious serum and a large pit filled with black tar. 6th place, Predator. An alien spacecraft deploys a shuttle to Earth. Veteran Major Dutch and his military rescue team Mac Elliott, Jorge Pancho Ramirez, Blaine Cooper, Billy Soul, and Rick Hawkins are tasked with rescuing a foreign cabinet minister. CIA agent Al Dillon was assigned to accompany the team over Dutch's objections. The team discovers the wreckage of a helicopter and 3 skinned corpses. Dutch identifies them as the Green Berets that he used to know and becomes suspicious of Dillon's intentions. After the team reaches the guerrilla camp and kills several of them and Soviet intelligence officers, who reveal that their true mission was to stop a Soviet-backed invasion and that the CIA sent the Green Berets weeks earlier for the same mission. Capturing surviving guerrilla Anna and learning that more rebels are coming, the team returns to the extraction point. They are followed by a hidden presence using a cloaking device, but a spook soul glimpses it while Anna escapes. Hawkins catches her, but the creature attacks and kills him along with Cooper. Enraged, Elliot incites everyone to fire their weapons into the jungle, unknowingly wounding the creature. As the creature mends itself, the commandos regroup and realize that they are being hunted. Dutch later realizes that their enemy uses the trees to travel and frees Anna, who reveals she has witnessed the creature's actions as a child. 5th place, the Belko Experiment. Mike Milch, while driving to work, is stopped by street vendors selling lucky handmade dolls. Barry Norris, also of Belko Industries, arrives at the office building in Bogota, Colombia, to find an unfamiliar security guard turning away the local Colombian staff at the gate. New employee Danny Wilkins reports for her first day on the job and is told that a tracking device is implanted in the base of every Belko employee's skull in case something happens to them. Evan Smith, Belko's head security guard, does not know who the new security guards are. Once all the employees show up, a voice on the intercom instructs them to kill 2 of their co-workers, or else there will be consequences. Staff attempts to flee the building, but steel shutters seal off the walls and doors, locking them all in. They ignore the announcement at first, believing it to be a sick prank. But after the set time ends and 2 have not been killed, 4 employees die when explosives hidden in their trackers detonate and blow their heads apart. The group is told that unless 30 of them are dead within 2 hours, 60 will be killed. They split into 2 factions, one led by Mike, who believes that there should be no killing, and one led by Barry, who intends to follow the directions to save himself. 4th place, World War Z. Former UN agent Jerry Lane and his wife Karen and their 2 young daughters Rachel and Connie are in heavy Philadelphia traffic when the city is overrun by zombies. The Lanes escape to Newark, New Jersey and take refuge in an apartment with a couple and their young son Tommy, though they are forced to escape with Tommy when a horde of zombies attack the apartment and his parents are infected. UN Deputy Secretary General Therio Matani, an old friend of Jerry's, sends a helicopter that extracts the Lanes to a US Navy vessel in the Atlantic Ocean, where scientists and military personnel are analyzing the worldwide outbreaks. Jerry, Fastback, and a small SEAL escort fly to Camp Humphreys, a military base in South Korea, but zombies attack. Fastback turns to enter the aircraft, slips and accidentally shoots himself and dies. Surviving American soldiers at the camp rescue the team, and Jerry learns that the infection was introduced to the base by its doctor. A former CIA operative imprisoned at the base sends Jerry to Jerusalem, where the Mossad set up a safe zone before the outbreak was officially acknowledged. 3rd place, Blade. In 1967, a pregnant woman is attacked by a vampire, causing her to go into a premature labor. Doctors can save her baby, but the woman dies of an unknown infection. 30 years later, the child has become the vampire hunter Blade, who is a human vampire and possesses the supernatural abilities of the vampire without any of their weaknesses, except for the requirement to consume human blood. Blade raids a club owned by the vampire Deacon Frost. Police take one of the vampires to the hospital, where he kills Dr. Curtis Webb and feeds on hematologist Karen Jensen, and escapes. Pureblood vampire elders, Frost, and the leader of a faction of younger vampires, is rebuked for trying to incite a war between vampires and humans. As Frost and his kind are not natural-born vampires, they are considered socially inferior. Frost has one of the elders executed and strips the others of their authority. Blade comes across Pearl, a morbidly obese vampire, and tortures him with a UV light into revealing that Deacon wants to command a ritual where he would use 12 pureblood vampires to awaken the blood god La Magra, and Blade's blood is the key. 2nd place, Alien. The commercial space tug Nostromo is returning to Earth with a 7-member crew. Captain Dallas, Executive Officer Kane, Warrant Officer Ripley, Navigator Lambert, Science Officer Ash, and 2 engineers, Parker and Brett. Detecting a transmission from the nearby room, the ship's computer, Mother, awakens the crew. The engineers stay on board to effect repairs, while Dallas, Kane, and Lambert head out to investigate. They discover the signal originates from a derelict alien ship and enter it, losing communication with the Nostromo. Kane discovers a chamber containing hundreds of large egg-like objects. When he touches one, a creature springs out, breaks through his helmet, and attaches itself to his face. Dallas and Lambert carry the unconscious Kane back to the Nostromo. Ripley refuses to let them aboard, citing quarantine regulations, but Ash overrides her decision and lets them inside. Ash attempts to remove the creature from Kane's face, but stops when he discovers that its blood is an extremely corrosive acid. It later detaches of its own accord and is found dead. The ship is partially repaired, and the crew continues their journey back to Earth. Kane awakens with some memory loss, but seems to be otherwise unharmed. A small alien creature bursts from Kane's chest, killing him, and escapes into the ship, with Ash dissuading the rest from killing it. Honorable mentions.
What are you doing? Someone could have seen you. You know the punishment for breaking the rules.
You never killed anyone.
Dr. Gordon, your aim in this game is to kill Adam.
Through our chains. He wants us to cut through our feet.
The living whose bodies are the only food for these.
Anyone here? Hello!
It's for Rob. Say something to him before he leaves.
Rob's awesome. I'm gonna miss it.
Your lips look sore. That's how you're making your cash out there?
It's a promise.
You're leaving?
Yeah, as soon as I have the money.
When are you coming back?
First place, Psycho. During a Friday afternoon tryst in a Phoenix hotel, Marion Crane and her boyfriend Sam Loomis discuss their inability to get married because of Sam's debts. Marion returns to work, decides to steal a cash payment of $40,000 entrusted to her for deposit in the bank, and drives to Sam's home. Marion hurriedly trades her car, arousing suspicion from both the car dealer and a California Highway Patrol officer. Marion stops for the night at the Bates Motel. Norman descends from a large house atop a hill overlooking the motel, registers Marion under an assumed name she uses, and invites her to dine with him. Remorseful of her crime, Marion decides to drive back to Phoenix the next morning and return the stolen money in a newspaper. As Marion showers, a shadowy figure appears, stabs her to death, and leaves. Marion's sister Lila arrives in Fairville a week later, tells Sam about the theft, and demands to know her whereabouts. He denies knowing anything about her disappearance. Arbogast learns that Marion spent a night at the Bates Motel. He questions Norman, whose nervousness and inconsistency aroused Arbogast's suspicion. Arbogast updates Sam and Lila about his findings and promises to phone again in an hour. When he enters the Bates home in search of Norman's mother, a figure resembling an elderly woman emerges from the bedroom and stabs him to death. So, what are your thoughts on these horror action movies? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.